Hope you all are having a fine day. You can tell I'm here in the production shop, and Nate and I are going to show you some cool things today. So I'm going to go ahead and flip the camera around and on the other side.
There he is. You're live. I can see you now.
Adjust this down.
Can you see me?
All right.
Oh,
Live.
we're live. Let's see.
I always have to get it nice and close.
That's fine. I think we're good. What's up, y'all? What's happening?
Happy Hump Day.
Hump day.
Hey, Mike. That was a commercial. We're still talking about that.
That's a classic.
Talk about that commercial. Classic commercials.
Tib is here. Hi, Tib.
We'll give a few moments for people to show up.
Welcome to the party. Again, being just the guy, I can't see who's on here, which makes me sad. I want to know who the people are.
That's Stefan.
Hi, Stefan, Steven, Bartelt, Ghost to Ghost.
Welcome,
Finally
Ghost.
caught a stream.
Nice.
I'm good. How are
Doing
you?
great.
The Monsters lost last night, and it was awful.
Yeah, so we went to, there's a local AHL team called the Lake Erie Monsters, and they are the farm team for the Blue Jackets. If you can imagine how bad the Blue Jackets are, and then you think about their farm team and how good they are, that's who we went to watch last night. Somehow they're like second or third in their conference, which is really, to me, just shows how bad everybody else is in that conference.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they're still fun.
Oh, we have a blast going to them. I love going to the games. They're fun.
Yeah, Ty, you definitely need to go, dude. They're a blast of a game. A lot of fun, a lot of energy. The weekend games are much more full. There's a lot more energy in a weekend game.
Yep.
So it was Tuesday night, so the place is a little less full of energy. But we played the Rochester Americans last night, and they're just faster, stronger, better, all the way around.
Better hockey players. Fundamentals, like skating, passing, stick
Shooting.
All around, just.
Team.
Somehow they're only like 4 points above them.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
Yeah, like Ty is saying, honestly, the Blue Jackets are doing pretty good. I hate the Caps.
Sadly, our Hawks are doing worse.
Yeah, Hawks are bad this year. And I really don't like the Hawks, but I want to see them do better than that. They're one of the original teams, so. Nice.
Thank you for placing an order, Mac Rhino.
Fellow Ohioan.
Bryce Simpson. Appreciate it.
Yeah, guys. So we have a few things. Pens fan. Woo! Yep, same here. So we have a couple things in store for you today. So we've already told you guys, I think we've mentioned the last couple streams about the brass and copper NeoMags and tack traps. Those are launching this coming Friday. So I thought that we would kind of show you a little bit of the behind the scenes of making these. And I actually have a YouTube video, like 5-6 minutes long, that is dropping Friday morning. That also kind of goes more into depth of this. Probably, honestly, it will be better produced than what you're going to see live. But we thought we'd show you some of the process that goes behind this, because these are very, very much handmade. Well, they're CNC machined, but as far as the finish goes and all that stuff is handmade. Hockey Mom.
Hey, Sector 9, yes. The NeoMag will work with the P320 mag. 100%.
Yeah, guys, if you have questions, drop them in. We'll try to get to them in between stuff here. So I'm going to come around and grab the phone. Nate's going to show you the process. So we are going to show you guys here a couple things. We're going to have a brushed look and
satin.
Yeah, satin and a blackened look to that. So we're going to show you how we go about doing that. So I'm going
to go grab the phone.
Yep.
You want to do it from there?
Yeah.
All right. So, guys, what you see here is a couple NeoMag plates and a couple of the tops of our EDC tack trap. So You've got the yellowish one is our brass. The pink color is our copper. Again, yellow brass, pink copper. So what has been done is these were machined, and then I actually brought them in and sandblasted them. That's the first step in the process. So if we're going to do the satin finish, the next step is actually not as complicated as you might think. We're just actually going to take some steel wool, and we'll go to the surface, and I'll just come along and polish it. So we're just going to spend a little bit of time hitting that top surface, and you can kind of see it's actually already starting to get a little bit of sheen and shine to it. And we're just going to hit all of those edges, get that rough finish off. We hit it with the blaster first, because when it comes off the machine, it's actually already started to patina. There's a little bit of surface, what would you call it, Greg? Just like a little bit of surface, messiness.
So a patina is just a fancy word of saying tarnish.
Yeah, tarnish.
Oxidation is what it is.
So we'll go through the process, and we'll just hit this, hit all the edges. And you can kind of see as we go, it's already starting to polish up. Would continue to polish this for a little bit more just to hit all of those edges. I can kind of still see there's a little bit of roughness around here. I'd still like to get the back and the sides as well as the top to an extent. But you guys get an idea of what we're going for here. So that's that hand polish look that we're going for. The reason I'm wearing gloves is because the oil on my fingers will actually start to tarnish this right away. Actually, like if I were to put my thumb on this surface without the gloves, you'd actually see a nice thumbprint, and probably within 24 hours, you'd actually see a nice dark thumbprint on there. So our goal, of course, is to keep that from happening, so we're wearing gloves. Same idea with our brass, so I'll actually just do it on the NeoMag plate. So we're going to approach the brass the same way, so we're just going to hit it and polish it down. Just get it to a sheen, make it nice and polished to get it that satin look. Now the cool part about both brass and copper is over time as you guys use it, it will get a patina unique to however you use it. So over time this is going to change, it's going to look different, and it's going to look different for every person that buys one. It's not going to be the same. It'll change based on how much you use it, how much the mag goes in and out, how much you touch it, what it comes in contact with, all of that. Both brass and copper patina really, really pretty cool.
If you live somewhere more humid, you're gonna see it act differently than if you live somewhere real dry. And if your hands are more greasy, then you're gonna see it act differently than if it's not. But honestly, but both of these things are meant to be one's in your pocket, one's on your belt. So it's not like you're touching a lot. And I'll show you a little bit here. I've had one of the black and tack traps on my belt for probably 2 or 3 months, and I can show you what mine looks like after that time.
So that's how we start, or that's how we go for the satin finish, right? So we're going to go through the process. These will both get polished up really well. After they get polished, they'll get assembled. So you can kind of see here. I'll just use these as an example. After they've been polished, we'll assemble them up. So this one has been assembled. The bottom of the tack trap will still be the same aluminum bottom that we have on our standard tack trap, pressed steel rod through it with the 2 magnets. So everything will be the same from that perspective. Like we said, you're going to get a nice little patina to this as time goes on. And then you also will see we've got that nice polished satin finish on the plate as well. So again, actually I've got a little bit of steel wool on my gloves that's sticking to the magnets. But same steel bracket as normal. Same black Cerakoted titanium clip as normal with that satin finish. And of course, there'll be a Type G version available of the copper as well. Then when we go to our blackened version, it's a pretty cool process.
Yeah, this part's cool. This is science.
Science is neat. Greg will actually be able to talk to you a little bit more about that part than I am. But we're just going to brush these down with what's called super blue. So it's actually the bluing for a firearm, what you'd put on a steel to protect the surface of steel. So we're literally just going to brush it down. You can already see the color changing. And we're going to hit all of the surfaces of this thing with that bluing.
So fast.
I did put a lot on the brush.
And you'll see where the material that's been steel wooled more than others. You'll see the part that's had steel wool on it blacken way faster than the part that hasn't. That's what that process is for. To really kind of get rid of all the impurities and oils and everything like that from it.
we're going to come across that surface, and you're going to see all of that. Again, think of it as a forced patina. So we're forcing the copper and the brass to have a patina to it. It'll blacken up really quite nicely. We'll let that set. Cool part is then we'll let that dry. I'm not actually going to touch any of the other ones right now because I got some of that bluing on my hands. But then what you'll see is what we'll do is that we'll come back out into the shop after those have dried off, and you're going to see it here on some of these, is we actually then also hit these a little bit with the steel wool, so you can kind of see some of the copper wearing through that black a little bit. And then we also hit all of the edges with a polishing wheel. So you get that cool polished edge to it all the way around. And then you get that slight copper and or brass look through the patina, which just gives you just a neat look in general. Greg has been carrying a tack trap, I think, what, a month or two now?
It's been since before the holidays, I think. I've been carrying this for a little while. So this started out looked a lot like that. It still looks pretty close. Just from my shirt rubbing on it, kind of polishes it a little bit more. But what's neat about the material is it's a little softer than the aluminum and steel. So you'll see it kind of dense. It's hard to get this thing to focus nicely. But you'll see some. It'll earn its keep, and it looks kind of neat as it gets older and gets used more. The blackening, as you can see some spots where it's a little thin, but that's cool. That's just kind of part of the process of brass and copper. And the copper is going to do that a little bit more than the brass. The brass, you'll see it will darken a little bit. Honestly, think about the Statue of Liberty where you get that green. In order to get that green, you would really have to force patina, and you can actually do that with vinegar and salt if you want to force more of that green patina. But you'll see this kind of darken and everything a little more naturally too. So.
And then they'll all come packaged in our custom shop tin. So we bring these in and we laser them on the laser behind me. And they'll come packaged in this, both the tack trap and the NeoMag. Just a neat different touch. You guys, of course, can use this tin for whatever you want. We just think it looks neat. So any of these that you purchase will come.
Candy.
Snacks, candy. Tib loves snacks. But this will come, your tack trap and your NeoMag will come in one of these.
I want to make sure people know, the blackening is not a permanent thing. Like we said, it's going to kind of wear and stuff. As your magazine drags across this, it is going to kind of scuff and stuff. But that's kind of the part of the allure to the to the material, the finishes.
Cool. Thanks, Stephen. I appreciate it. We really like the blackened look, especially with that polished edge. I've always been a big fan of that copper look. We haven't done the blackened brass. I actually don't know if we've ever done the blackened brass, Greg. Did you ever do the brass? We had done the blackened copper or something similar.
I don't think we blackened the brass before.
I think that turned out really good. I think the blackened copper has always been a big fan of mine. But
so Jack said, so last week Jack asked a question about trying to not get as much hooping on his alias belt.
Oh, okay.
And he says that what we told him last week helped out. So I'm glad that worked. I'm glad you hopped in the live. And
I don't remember what we told him.
I hope it is.
So what we told him?
Yeah. So basically what I told him is a couple things. It's going to depend on the style of holster you use. If your clip on your holster is mounted to the face of the holster, it's going to add thickness. Whereas if the clip of your holster is kind of tucked back into the side, like he said, the Tolster Oath is one of my favorite holsters. That's a great holster. TXC X1 Pro is great. There's more than I'm not thinking of, but holsters like that where the clip actually kind of tucks back in is going to help. So that's good.
Hey guys, can you swap out the regular Alti clips on the beltless carrier with the Alti Tuck clips?
I have no idea.
I think that's their wire.
Is that the wire one?
I think it's a wire one.
Let me look.
I believe you should be able to. Because I've been thinking about offering those on the beltless. It's just not as secure. It's not as secure as the Alti clip. Although I think it would make people That's the tuck. No. Sorry, the Ulti-Tuck you cannot.
Here, hold on, let me grab.
Because that's, that Ulti-Tuck that he's looking at is more of a top mount. So that one would not work. Quick question. I have a Sig Sauer 365 macro, X macro. Yeah, I did a holster that would fit. Yeah, so like I said, I recommend go look at the Tolster Oath, look at TXC X1 Pro, look at A&R. Their IWD holster, the A&R is going to use a top mount, and the other ones are going to use a bottom mount. With the other two, I'd recommend getting our bottom mount with a wing. That's going to work the best for those.
Let's see if I can get this to pop up. So, days around Florida, the Ulti-Tuck. We'll see if we can't pull it up.
If there's a way to share the screen.
All right.
Try to pull it up.
It's a double screw top versus what we've got for, yeah, you can see it. It's a double screw top versus what we've used, which is the Ultra Slim 3. I can't remember exactly which one this is. Anyways, so this is a double screw on the bottom. So by the way the beltless is designed, that clip style or that screw style won't work. Well, I don't think it'll work anyways. I would have to measure the whole distance. I mean, you might be able to play with it if you bought them, but
I think that the problem is I think it's going to actually ride
a little too high.
Probably ride a little too high.
But
I've not tried it, so
not sure.
Almost wish y'all sold the brackets to change my beltless to a belt style receiver.
So do you mean, Bryce, do you mean you want us to sell the belt loops that we sell with our receiver with belt loops so you can switch it out? Is that what you mean?
Yeah, I'm trying to.
Like sell kind of accessory parts so you guys can change out your receiver to different kinds of receivers?
Because the receiver with belt brackets is honestly going to be the best. It'll be the best option for carrying on a belt. I'm not sure why you'd want to turn the beltless into a belt.
Unless you're just
belt
trying
receiver.
unless he's just trying to move the receiver from the beltless and put the
maybe.
brackets
Yeah, let us
on.
know what you're
looking for.
or what you're trying to do. Yeah, the Covert's a great holster. From the ones that they sent me, it did not work great with the Alias clip because it has the. So on the X1 Pro, they have an aluminum machined. What do they call that thing? The Helix. And so you can remove that and put our clip on. On the Covert, you cannot remove it because it's molded in, and it's just with as rigid as the Alias clip is, it is way too much torque on the holster and everything. So,
Bryce, are you talking about this little part, our little belt loop, belt bracket that comes with the receiver with belt brackets? If that's the part you're talking about,
Grip 6 belts are.
Oh, I see what so
you're basically clipping your beltless to a belt.
I gotcha. So this would work. The belt receiver with belt brackets would work great for your core belt, but maybe not so much for other options.
We're in our production shop, and then somebody's not going to.
What's going on,
Delivery,
man?
First name?
Nate.
Delivery. Mail guy.
I can do that.
Yeah, it's an interesting
All right, thank you. Have a great day.
concept of putting the beltless onto a belt. I've not done that or had the need to do that.
I'm not sure where's that.
Jack got an Alias belt and everything. Awesome. Yeah. If you have any questions or anything, and when you get it, you can always reach out to our customer service, or you can wait until next Wednesday, and we'll
Hopefully
on
ask
here
any
and
questions.
help you out. Yeah, kind of. That's what I figured. It's kind of making it into a hunter.
So grip 6. I'm not familiar with
Oh.
grip 6. I have my wing guard.
Just assuming that first word is part of the holster.
Well, that's good. That's good to know.
Yeah.
Grip 6 belts. I'm interested.
So I have had another idea, like an idea. So I know Hunter. I've known Hunter for a long time, and him and I have talked on and off. It's been a little while. We talked on and off about integrating the alias with his belt. Our alias receiver with brackets does work on his belt, on the rigid part of the belt. You can put it on there, but it'd be cool to do more of an alias belt mount, where it actually bolts to it with his belt. So that's something that we have talked about. I think he actually uses steel inside his belt.
Does he really?
I think that was probably one of the issues, is like to cut through that steel. It's doable, but it has to be done during the manufacturing process. It's not something we could do after.
That's pretty serious, actually.
Yeah, it is. No, it's just a little section of it.
But still.
But yeah, it's pretty serious. Unless that's changed, I'm pretty sure I remember that being the issues. It was steel. Yeah. Any other questions you guys got? We could take them out and take those out and buff them. I want to see. I actually usually don't let them dry.
Oh, you don't?
I just wipe them off.
Oh.
But those work.
Yeah, we can do that. Yeah, let's do that.
All right.
I'm good with that.
We're going to show you guys how we're now that the blackening is all set on these, we're going to take you guys out and show you how we. It might be a little loud out there.
Forgive that. We can come in and do the steel wool back in here, Greg, but we'll
come back out here.
You can actually see we've already got some in process we're messing with over here, but we've got a buffing wheel on one side, a grinding wheel on the other. So all I have to do is take this and come gently across the one edge. You're going to see it's coming across with that nice polished finish. Nose a little bit.
What's up, ground fog?
Give it a little bit of a...
Yeah, so it just kind of gives you a little contrast between the blackening and seeing that brass and copper.
We'll do the same thing with this one. So this is that copper, so you're going to get that nice
Yeah, I love the copper.
red look.
What do you guys like more, the brass or the copper? Are you a gold or are you a...
I am a copper fan.
Yeah, me too. Another question. That rod that holds the pistol on a dump tray, can it hold a full-size pistol with light red dot loaded magazine?
100%.
Yep, 100% it can. No problem.
Oop.
For silver and like a silver, chrome, yeah, over gold and copper. Yeah, that's something we could do in the future. We could do a black aluminum. And,
that'd be cool.
And buff the corners. That'd be sweet.
So I went through and buffed those corners, so you still get that shine. Oop, missed that one. See, look at that. That's that hand finish. So you buff those corners, you get that shiny finish with that shiny edge. Then let's go back in the shop. Thank you. Oh, look, it's delayed.
On the other side.
Then you can kind of see, so it's a little bit rough, right? So we talked about how that patina kind of turns out. So what we'll do is we'll just take that steel wool again, and we're just going to lightly hit this surface, not real hard, but just enough to kind of even out the blackening and just give you a slight peak at that copper underneath. So we're just going to hit all those surfaces again. Just give it a nice little polish. Take all those rough looks off. That one's starting to look really pretty good.
Yeah. Love it. So you guys can see how much handwork goes in these.
Everyone is going to get treated like this. It's
Yeah,
not.
and we're basically going to build to order because we have a limited quantity of these. If we finish too many of them, then we might not be able to fulfill all the orders. So we're gonna
Well, and when he says
we're gonna
we,
build to
he means
mostly him.
me. So if you buy one, I will probably be the one building it for you. Any custom shop alias receivers? Oh, I don't know. We've never really thought about that
Yeah,
before.
I've
Or you might have.
I've thought about it, but which I guess I mean the NeoMag's kind of hidden. I don't know, like everything's so small and hidden.
We've thought about not like the alias belt receiver type of thing, but options around belt lists that could be custom.
I've been playing with trying to put different fabric
Overlays type things.
on the material. Even the manufacturer really doesn't recommend it because they say nothing really sticks to it. I think I might have found a way to have something. It's not the most permanent thing in the world, but it looks pretty good. So I've been thinking about doing that. I've also thought about on the drop adapters.
We could definitely do an overlay on the drop
Do
adapter.
stuff on drop adapters. Even doing Cerakote would be pretty cool.
Ever thought of like a buckle type looking thing over the receiver to help it hide more? On what kind of belt, Ty Boomer? Are you talking about like with our normal belt receiver, or are you talking like? Because if it's the alias belt, you can't really see the belt receiver behind the alias belt.
Yeah.
So on the normal belt receiver, I don't know. I don't think so.
No, because one of the whole ideas that I wanted behind it was for it to basically be invisible. So just to have those little clips, the little brackets, it has, you don't really see anything. So to make a bigger buckle, or a visible thing on it.
Yeah, I mean, you're not entirely wrong. Like, so I'm wearing my tan core belt. You do, in theory, see this a little bit on the edges. Like, it's not completely invisible, but it's a lot less visible than any of your standard over belt clips.
Yeah, I've not really seen any like color option clips. Everything's usually black. I have thought about sending some of those out to get Cerakoted.
We could also, yeah, because they're steel.
like a tan color. But again, like they're so small that.
I mean, it's something we could look into. If that's something that people are
I thought
really
about
interested in, that's something we could look into. If that's something that you guys were.
Hey, I don't have to want it. If you guys want it, and we can do it, then we'll do it.
Arrowhead Tactical Apparel for inner belt loop goodness. Actually, we really like.
I've got a pair.
Arrowhead Tactical. The guys over there are pretty cool. I've got a pair of their sweatpants. I really like them.
Yeah. Our receiver works well in their belt.
Our receiver works really well on the belt. Actually, it's nice because it's a very thick elastic. And at least for me, I can just slightly bend it, slide the receiver over top of it, and it kind of fills itself back out. And once it's in there, I found that it doesn't come back out again.
I was a little concerned because it is kind of flexy, but I think because it's so thick,
Yeah, I think
it
it's
works
fine.
out pretty well.
Yeah. I mean, the biggest disadvantage I see is that the sweats are expensive, but they're American made with a lot of extra features in them, so it makes sense. Ooh.
Do you guys have a preferred holster for the alias system? Do you have a good list on the website? Excuse me. Just wondering if there's a best fit. I ordered an A&R for mine. I've been thinking of getting TX seat. Those are two of my favorite. A&R for a top mount, clip holster, and TXC for a bottom mount. I think those are two of the best.
I've been carrying with a Tier 1 concealed Xiphos for 4 years, I think.
Yeah.
And I used that with our original prototype alias. So I've been using it. So we released the alias in 21. So I've been using it since 2020 with the alias. So it's been great. And it's gone through 4 iterations of clips with 2 of those being prototypes. So I'm a big fan of that one.
How about next week? We're going to get out
You want to get out a bunch of holsters?
Okay. And show which holsters we have, which ones we like, maybe which ones we don't, or certain styles of holster that just don't work. Next week, come back and we're going to dive deeper into holster specs and builds.
No guns
for the
though,
alias.
because
No guns, 'cause
YouTube
YouTube
doesn't like guns.
No.
Live, okay with them in videos, but not live. I love G-code phenom clips you make for the alias receiver. Yeah, so we've got we have a G-code Phenom here. We think the clip works out great for it. The only thing now, tell me what you think. So we've got it for the M&P, and ours. I don't know if all of the Phenoms come like this, but ours has that like fuzzy. You know what I mean, like the fuzzy finish to it. And my biggest complaint is I just don't feel like I ever get a positive retention to it. And I know it's whatever you want to.
Yeah, there's not a click retention to that holster. It's more of a like a slip fit.
Yeah.
Retention. Now that said, I've never had it come off. I've never.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Fun.
And this is just personal preference, right? And I'm not saying anyone's wrong for using it, but I don't love the way it feels when I go and put my holster in. It's like,
well, because like when you draw from a Kydex holster, it pops out.
Yep.
You know, like when you grab it and it comes out like, when that retention comes loose, it kind of almost ejects your mag out and pops out. I said there are a couple options.
Oh, there you go. Good to know with the Kydex Bear inside. So they sent us that one. That was a while ago. So it's good to know that they have other options. I'll have to check them out because I actually do really like the Phenom. I like their aluminum wing. I think that's really nice that it's an aluminum wing. I like the canting that they did with their clip that we then, of course. Any thoughts on a tuckable model for the top mount 2-screw clip?
Yeah, I thought about it. I drew one up years ago.
Was that the one that you did like a goofy down?
So it
and
has
up?
to go down. Yeah, I mean, honestly, like the Ultra clip, that one that we were looking at earlier does it. Like I basically drew that up, without the whole clip thing, but it has to go down and then come. Yeah, it has to go down, out, up, out, down. And that's just by the time you stacked it up, in order to have clearance to do all that, it was too thick. It was gonna be ridiculous. So it looked like an accordion.
And it wasn't. Well, I mean, I think we did it out of spring steel, because you made one, I think, didn't you?
I think so.
Like we bent one out of cut it on the laser and bent it out of spring steel. And I remember it being. Now it wasn't production, so it probably would have been different. But I just remember it being kind of weird and flimsy and big. And
I've also in a pinch. I've also just tucked my shirt just around the clip. It's not necessarily going to go behind it, but you couldn't tell when I did that. You just kind of just tuck your shirt around it.
Yeah. It's interesting. I mean, neither of us live in a world, at least a corporate world, that we have to tuck all the time. But I forget that that's a thing all the time. I really do.
A light tuck.
By Verter does that.
I think it's a typo. It's yeah, Verter's a typo. What is it? And starts with a B. I don't. Are you saying that they have a top mount that tucks? Like I think they use a bottom mount style clip, which all of our bottom mount style clips you can tuck as well. I'm pretty sure the light tuck uses a bottom mount.
Verter.
Vetter. Yeah.
That's it. Vetter. Okay.
Verter must be a word that keeps getting
auto-corrected.
Yeah, these questions are awesome. Better. There you go. I knew it. I knew what you're trying to say. Dumb autocorrect.
Autocorrect is always the worst.
All right, do you want to? Should we give them our discount code for insiders first, or?
Sure.
All right. So if you are an insider, you can use this discount code. It'll expire midnight tomorrow, so you have like a day and a half to use it. It's a 20% off discount code. You have to log into your insider's account in order to use it. But we do this every week, so you guys come back and we'll give you a new code. It's good for about 24 hours, if not a little bit more. And yeah, that's just one of our ways to say thank you for coming to the live, and thank you for being an insider. And we appreciate you guys.
So yeah, so you get a discount for the next 24 hours with Feb Insiders. And hey, we just restocked. If you want to use that discount, we just restocked the EDC mini tray.
What?
It's here.
It's been out of stock for a minute. Yeah.
Month.
So
if you want one, here it is. You should order one. They just literally came in this morning. So
if you don't know, it's machined out of a single blank of 6061 aluminum, and then we send it out for type 3. I believe it's type 3 hard coat anodizing. Should be anyway.
I don't remember. That sounds right.
So very durable, lightweight. Well,
Not lightweight.
not lightweight actually.
Very durable.
It's durable. You can use it as a weapon.
That's right.
And we wanted to come out with the mini EDC tray just to kind of give a more cost-effective version than the larger, our big EDC tray is like $250. These are quite a bit cheaper.
All right, let's just talk about the fact Michael has joined us again from Nebraska, and it's -15 and snowing in Nebraska.
Ooh,
That's cold, dude.
that's cold.
So I think we mentioned it last week. I was in Texas the weekend before last week, and it was 80 degrees, and I'm done with the cold.
If I can pin this.
Well,
I have to do it from my account.
you'd have to do it from your
Right,
account.
Anyway,
That's really cold. Oh, did you buy some Alias keychains? That's sweet. Oh, yeah, and the Alias keychains are still in stock. I think
really?
we've got like 6 left. I'm waiting for shipping confirmation on the rest.
Yeah,
but
should be getting more.
we still have some. If you guys are looking for those, you know, you got the discount code. Go order yourself an Alias keychain if you've been waiting to get one of those.
we've also got cool new shirts, hats,
Oh, let's show that. Yeah, you got
coins.
Hold on. You
Grab a
keep
coin.
talking.
So we launched this year with our new mission statement: life, liberty, and equipped to pursue it. And so we've been coming, and we had a really talented artist do some cool logos for us and everything. So we are we came out with some new swag. The hats aren't necessarily new. It's these ones. I've been wearing this one for a while. We've got. I'm gonna take this out. We got challenge coins. This out of the bag.
Let's be honest, though. Let's be honest.
T-shirts out.
The T-shirts,
this.
though.
So there is the eagle and the NeoMag shield.
Your dad did such a nice job folding these, and I'm going to ruin it. But come on now. Look at this T-shirt. Look at that. Look, that awesome logo, but even better. Hold on. Look at this. Look at that.
The eagle.
Look at that beautiful
So
eagle.
go use that discount code.
Grab some swag.
Get yourself some swag.
If you buy, honestly, guys, if you buy anything though, you'll get a sticker with both this logo and that logo.
While they last, we're almost out of them.
We got a lot more of stickers. They're up there.
Nope, those are almost gone.
Are they already?
Yep.
Are you serious?
I mean, I looked at them this morning. There's one pack of each in there, I think. And
Oh.
we might kind of hold those back for
Never mind. I lied to you. I'm a liar. That's sad.
order quickly.
Order quickly.
Because we're almost out of stickers. All right, so what's up, Noda? I need to get a large sign or sticker for the video backdrop I'm making. Got anything like that? We don't really have anything large. Especially Nate. He doesn't have anything large.
Wow. I'm going to go home and cry now.
No, you're not. Y'all should make a belt, and the buckle is a version of your Alias receiver.
That was your first, that was literally the first thing.
That's how it all started. That's how it all started.
Like way back in the day. Dude, I remember, so, story time.
I got a splinter from
I remember going to Greg's shop. So if you guys didn't know, I've been around the NeoMag
It's been around.
for a long time. I mean, I was building for you in my basement, but full-time only for the last 5 years. But I remember going to the shop. I think this was before you were, maybe you were in Norton. You might have been at the Norton shop. But I'm not even positive of that.
Yeah, it was Norton Shop.
Was it Norton shop?
Yeah, when I started.
And you had 3D printed like belt buckles to work with a holster clip. Like that was what you were trying to figure out. Mm-hmm. And this was, so this would have been 2018 probably. Yeah. And you had shelved it just because you couldn't quite get it worked right.
Well, it just didn't make sense to have.
Again, it was stacking. There was a lot of stacking and everything.
Well, ultimately, it doesn't make sense to have it built into the. It doesn't make sense to have it built into the buckle because now that's the only place that you could put your holster. And I'm like, there's people that want to carry and not click into 12 o'clock. They want to carry at 1 o'clock or 2 or 3. So that's why I ultimately ended up scrapping the buckle. Yep. Use Feb Insiders. If you're an insider, log into your account. You can use Feb Insiders for 20% off. hit the little heart.
Yeah, the heart's in the way.
I like to carry this receivers all over the place. Nice. Logged in, but the code isn't working yet. Does not start until after. It should be good now. I can't use my phone because it's the QTex Libby. And
Yep. We will get it solved, Bryce.
And just to make sure, you are logged into an insider's account, right? If it's not an insider's account, you should see like the insider's logo when you log in. Just let us know, make sure that you see that. Because the code should be good.
I did spell it right, didn't I? Just want to make sure. Code is working for Steven.
Right. It's working for Steven. Yeah, Bryce, you might be...
Who's running this marketing? Contact email.
Oh, you could just email info@neomag.com, and we'll forward it over.
Well, I think so.
Yeah, if you are a Milleo account, then it's going to automatically apply that. It says Insiders Club, should be right. I'm not sure why it's not working for you. It's working for Steven.
Feb Insiders. I don't think spelling matters. I don't think.
Caps, yeah, that's
I
not.
don't think caps matters.
Send a screen cap of your cart page to info@neomag.com and we'll see if
We'll get you sorted out.
so we can figure it out.
Get you sorted out.
No problem, Noda. All right, let's hit our big important question. Mind if I have space?
No worries, man.
Yeah, try that too.
We wanna make sure you get fixed. It's not a big deal. No worries.
Your battery's dropping fast, so we gotta.
Is it? 16%.
Watching
Yeah, we're
it,
fine.
like watching it count down.
Would you rather be trapped? Okay, question
All right,
of the day.
here's our would you rather question.
Is this the one from Monday?
It's from a little while ago.
Oh, that is a good one. Would you rather be trapped in a room full of spiders for an hour, or stand on the edge of a tall building for the same amount of time? What do they call apartments when they're so close together?
Apartments.
Ha!
Nice. Yeah. Would you rather be in a room full of spiders or stand on the edge of a tall building?
I had a very simple answer to this. Do you remember my answer?
Nope.
I would. Okay, so Michael wants to do a building. I said, building. Everyone's saying building.
Lots of buildings. Yep, there's buildings.
Everyone's afraid of spiders. I said I'd fight the spiders.
Fight the spiders.
Hey, we got.
Versus spiders.
What kind of spiders?
spiders?
See, this is where all of these fall apart.
Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, like it falls apart because there's the question: how tall is the building? How wind? I think my reply is how windy is it?
Which, by the way, he's asking the question, and he's the one that's asking questions of himself who asked the question.
Poison?
Sure, lots of poison.
So. Yeah, like you start going down a wormhole here. Like in order to make it 6 to 1, half dozen of the other, standing on the edge of the building isn't inherently dangerous. It's the falling off and hitting the ground that's dangerous. So being in the room full of spiders isn't inherently dangerous. But I guess you could die from the spiders at some, right? Like I'm trying to like. So I would say they're not. They might be venomous, but they're not gonna bite you. But they're not going to bite you. Just like standing on the edge of a building isn't dangerous unless you were to fall. So, there.
My answer, and it's staying consistent, 100% is I'd just rather start a shotgun than do either one of those things. So
I figure building, because even if I do get blown off the edge, fall off the edge, because you're up there for an hour. That's a long time to stand perfectly still. Because the other question, you can ask like, well, how much space do you have on the edge of this building? Are you standing on like on a ledge this big, or is it a bit? Yeah. Because honestly, like up on the top of the building here,
that'd be fine.
I don't mind standing on the edge.
No.
You're gonna get pretty messed up if you fall off. It's not a super tall building, but anyway. I would take building, because worst case scenario, at least it's a pretty view on the way down. To die by spider, like
It all sucks,
it would be like a long process of dying by.
Well, unless you get bit by all of them.
It just said that would be so
a lot of
painful. We're
spiders.
falling off a building,
A lot of spiders.
like a tall
It's in
building.
a room full.
You're
Well,
done.
and then the next question is: does this mean the walls, ceiling, and everything are lined with spiders, or is it a room full, volumetrically full of spiders?
I'll take the spiders.
Those will work for me.
Assuming you die from a fall. Yeah. So I'm assuming this is a tall enough building where you're done.
Oh man, you would have control of yourself in a building. Spiders have the choice to crawl all over you. See, Michael McCoy, you and I are on the same page on spiders are awful. Although I still don't want to fall off a building, so I'm still shotgun. Me and the shotgun. That's all I'm saying there.
So instead of probably not dying, you are choosing to die.
100%.
What kind of choice is that? Actually, that's not a choice. You have to pick one of the two.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to do it. Can't make me. You're not my. Wait, nope, that's not true. You are my boss.
Sam, now you're dead. That's where we're gonna go.
I wasn't going to say that.
Yeah,
third
see?
option,
Third option is a cop-out, yeah.
You're right. It is a cop out, and I did it.
Man up and choose spider or building. Just man up. Just spider or building.
Spider or building? Fine. Building. I'm going building. I don't want to be. I don't want to be in your spider.
Yep.
Spiders are awful.
The pros of dying by building are much better than dying by spider.
Head first. I'm diving head first off that building.
And actually, I don't even think it's so. These are all based on phobias. So.
Can you assure the building is spider free?
Right.
No.
So both these are based on phobias.
Yep.
Being afraid of spiders doesn't really have anything to do with them being venomous.
Nope.
It's just you're afraid of spiders.
Yep.
Being afraid of heights isn't necessarily the fear of falling. It's the fear of being that high.
Well, so I was going to say there is two things. So some people say they're scared of heights. Reality is, if you can go up into a tall building, like, I'm not saying be on an edge, but just go up in a tall building and at no point feel fear until you get onto the edge and like look out, and then you're scared. You're actually scared of falling. You're not scared of heights. Because people that are scared of heights can't go up into the building because at some point their brain says,
And get near a window or.
yeah, they're like, I'm high, and it's terrifying. So reality is all of us that are like, I don't want to be on the edge of a building are scared of falling, not heights. Yeah. I am 100% scared of falling. I can assure you that is a fact. I have no issue being in a tall building.
So the guy just jumped out of an airplane.
Fell out of an airplane. There was not jumping.
You got ripped out of it, right?
I got ripped out of an airplane. There was no, this is not like I'm jumping out of it.
So you had to choose to go in that field.
There's also
knowing that you were going to eventually.
There was also a bunch of guys behind me shoving me out the door at the same time. No. Like, while yes, I had to choose it, there was motion. Interesting. That's a good point. Yep. You see, you were scared of falling, not of the height.
I was just on the tall building this morning, -15.
Michael, I'm not gonna lie to you, bud. It sounds miserable where you are. Yeah. You should not be there. Yeah. Go somewhere warmer. I mean, even Ohio is like.
We should stop doing that.
It's 30 degrees here. It's practically summertime. And I love roller coasters. See, you're fine. You're good. You're not afraid of heights. You're just scared of falling.
You don't like roller coasters, right?
I actually don't mind roller coasters. There's some that I'm not a fan of. I like roller coasters that have the full shoulder thing. I don't like the lap belt ones.
Yeah, I don't like those.
My issue with roller coasters is actually not the roller coaster itself. It's the hour-long wait for a 3-minute ride.
Yeah, that's totally my...
That's my issue with roller coasters.
That's my issue with parks to begin with.
Of the sudden stop after falling. Yeah, that's kind of a bunny.
Yeah. 80 and sunny. Shut up. Yeah, but you're in Florida, so...
Wait, what did you just... you see the one that Cedar Point announced with a track that drops for the... Nope, but that sounds awful. Ty, Boomer, that sounds atrocious, and I don't want to be part of it.
A couple more questions, and we're going to...
Wrap it up.
We're going to get back to work. Excellent explanation of the difference between fear of heights versus fear of falling.
You're welcome.
Yep. Excellent, Nate.
I will not take credit for that. Somebody else explained it well for me, so now I can explain it well for other people.
Order. Is this fun watching us read things? Like mumble to ourselves?
Sorry.
I would rather.
I'd rather shivering over sweating. Yep.
We've had this debate many times.
Oh, I 100% choose cold over hot. I can, again, everybody says this. I can put more clothes on,
You can only take off so many.
and I can have devices that'll warm me up with me. I do that when I hunt and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But pretty sure the hottest I've ever been was last summer. I was in Fort Worth in August, and it was 120 degrees and like crazy humid. That was about as close as I think you can get to being cremated and still survive.
It was too damp for that.
That was, yeah.
Too damp for that.
Cold and layer up.
You're right. You can only take off so much and not
yeah.
get arrested.
That reminds me. Ty reminded me.
Oh.
Everybody go join our Discord.
Is it on our website somewhere? We probably should
not
put
sure.
that on. We need to.
It's been at the bottom of all of our emails. If you guys get our emails, which a lot of you guys are here because you saw the email. It's on the bottom of that Discord. We can continue all these conversations there, all the what ifs and would you rathers and product questions and all this stuff. It's up on both of our computers all the time.
Yep.
So,
all the time.
Antib also helps in there. So just posted the concept video in general chat. Nice.
Thanks, Ty Boomer.
Discord link says expired.
Discord link says.
I think you can search NeoMag on Discord, right?
I have no idea, but we can find out.
Looking forward to sending you more money.
Thank
I
you.
look forward to that too. Thank you.
We appreciate you sending us more money.
Yep.
Keep me employed. I appreciate that.
God bless. Be good. Appreciate you.
All right, guys.
All right. Let's. Any further conversation? Let's take over to Discord. And if not, we will see you guys next
Next week?
Wednesday at 1 o'clock Eastern.
Bye, guys.
Bye.